Hey seamstress, welcome back to my page. Please like, comment, and subscribe on this video and follow along for more sewing content. So I had a client reach out and ask if I was able to make her a pair of shorts out of 2 scarves that she had. So right now I'm just going ahead and ironing out the scarf just to get it as straight as possible to get some of those creases out of it. I will state that I probably wouldn't take this on again as a custom, well, using this type of scarf or probably any other type of scarf, just because the fabric has 0 stretch, so it made it really hard to get it to fit her perfectly just because she was a bit more curvier. So it just took a lot more process than I thought it would. But here I am just going ahead to iron out the fabric, and then this is the pattern that I'm going to use. I found it on Etsy. It was on sale for like $3, but this is where the name of it. And I'm just going ahead and pinning the pattern onto the scarf, and I make sure to use like one side for one leg and then another side for the other leg, just to make sure that the shorts gave the effect of the whole scarf. Once I finished pinning it down, I did go ahead and just start cutting out my pattern. The pattern did come out with about, I think, 1/2 or 1/4 of a centimeter seam allowance, so I probably should have added a bit more, but that's what I went ahead and followed. But yeah, I'm just going ahead and cutting out the first short leg. And this is what it looked like after I cut it out and took the pins off of it. This is what it looked like. And then after I did that, I went ahead and just made sure that it was going to line up the way the pattern told me to. If you want to see how I put the digital pattern together and actually read it to make the garment or the outfit that I'm going to make, just comment in the comments for it and I can make that video for you guys. And now I'm just making sure that the pattern matches the piece that I went ahead and cut out before I go ahead and do the next piece. And then I'm just going to go ahead and spread out the second scarf and iron that as well to get some of the creases out of it. Then again, I'm just going to place the flat pattern, flipping it over, making sure so it's like the opposite side. So flipping it over and doing it and pinning it to the opposite side of the scarf, just again to give the full effect of the scarf in the short. after that, I just go ahead and cut out the other side of the shorts. Well, the other leg of the shorts, basically. And again, it said that I had a 1/4 of a centimeter seam allowance. So I just went ahead and cut as close as I could to the pattern, just and then when I actually went ahead and sewed it, I just made sure that I gave it that 1/4 centimeter seam allowance. And then after I finish cutting it out, I just go ahead and make sure that both of the pieces line up the way that the pattern says they're supposed to line up. And then also that I like the cut of both of them. When you're making pants and shorts, the back is supposed to be a bit bigger than the front. And then after that, I just go ahead and iron it out, making sure that both of my ends line up. And then I'm going to go ahead and pin it together. And that is going to be the the leg portion of the shorts. Yeah, and then I'm just going to go ahead and pin it together before I sew it down. And then when I sew it down, I do just use a stitch all the way down for both of them. Just because this fabric is so stiff, I was scared to use a zigzag stitch because I just didn't want it to pull on any of the threads, because as soon as I cut it, it started to kind of fray a little bit more than my liking. So I just didn't want to risk it by doing the zigzag stitch. But these are how they look before I actually sew them down, and then this is how they look once I sew them down. So there's one pants leg and then the other pants leg. And then after that, you want to combine the top and one pants leg with the other by basically laying them on top of each other. That way you're able to line up the back together, and then you'll be able to line up the front together. And when I do this, I like to use sewing clips instead of pins, because I'm putting two things together and it makes it a bit easier to keep the edges lined up perfectly. So I just went ahead and did the back first, and then I went back and did the front. And you can see a little bit how the threads are starting to fray already. It really stressed me out with that one. But this is how it looked before I sewed it, and then this is how all the pins looked. Before I actually sew it down, I do like to look at it to make sure that it's gonna make sense, so that way I don't have to take out the seams. So that's what I'm just doing right here, making sure everything looks like it's gonna make sense. And that's how it looked once I sewed down the back. I did also add a zipper. I just forgot to add that in the video. But if you would like to know how I add zippers in, just leave that in the comments as well. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Follow me on IG at Missmakeitfit. And this is how the pants turned out in the front. And then this is how they turned out in the back. Thank you again for watching my videos.